Kennedy, the Gulf Coast Baller, the Panhandle Pro from Pensacola, Florida, and we are back with another episode of the Smoke Screen. You know the crew. Right there, we got B, and over there, we got Cara, and right here, we got Tip, the bartender, because you can't forget to tip the bartender. And right down there, we got Rose. What's happening?
What's going on?
What's up? What's happening?
Oh, man, you know, it's just a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's a beautiful day for a neighbor.
Yes. This is true.
Everybody knows. I am. It's lingering from yesterday, so that means it was real nice. Well, I mean, it is the Smoke Screen, and with that being said, who got the strain of the night? What are we smoking on?
So, today I have a little bit of shatter, a little runch shatter that's in my little vaporizer right here, and it's heating up. And about it's ready. Perfect time. Got 22%, I think, something along those lines. But it's good. It's tasty.
Big dog status. And then once we puff, we head to the bar and see what's going on there. What we got going on at the bar.
Come on in. So, what I got for y'all today is a look, Taylor. Always.
It's a what?
Teleportation.
Teleportation. She's being teleported at the moment.
Yes, Taylor ported.
Y'all better hold on, because this is Taylor ported.
Yep.
To the moon.
I better hydrate before I get any further.
When you get teleported, you never really know where you end up at.
No,
that's the great thing about being teleported.
Spontaneously teleported.
Yeah.
And that's why they call it teleporting.
That's
You just end up somewhere.
And it takes you there quick too.
Yeah, dude.
Real quick.
Few sips. I like it a lot.
Okay, that works. Well, on today's episode, we are covering Umma. Whose pick was this?
This was my pick. This is my pick.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Actually, it was both of our picks. I don't know, but anyway, let's see this. Maybe it was your pick. It might have been your pick.
I think I did. Who knows? But it was a good movie. I enjoyed it. It wasn't just
we know that.
Well, let's hop right on into it then. What do we like about this movie?
Well, for me, I thought that we need to watch a little bit more horror. I like Christina O in this movie. I liked that it really circled around the mother-daughter relationship through several generations. I like that it talked about how we do turn into our mothers, whether we want to or not. It's gonna happen. Before we know it, we end up speaking in her voice. It just takes over.
Yeah.
It was a good film. I enjoyed it.
Me too. I really liked that it was kind of scary, but it's not your traditional slasher kind of horror film. It was horror with the message, and I really liked it. It's PG-13, so that's always a plus. It's something that you can, if you choose to, watch with your children or parents or whoever, So I like that aspect of it. And Sandra Oh did a wonderful job being Umma, I liked the movie. It was good to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They're calling it a supernatural thriller. Supernatural slash thriller.
Okay. Yes.
That's accurate.
Yeah, I would say so.
Right.
I also feel like if my mama was haunting me, I'm going to just see what she got to say.
instead of trying to run away from it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in this
From the
case,
beginning.
her mother was something that would terrified her. You know, you don't often sit to listen to the things that terrify you. You run. You run. So I can
She
see
was
why she didn't want to.
terrified and traumatized by her mom, for sure.
Yeah, I can see now. If my mama, who hadn't traumatized me, was trying to talk to me, then yeah, I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna have a conversation with her. But if my mama tortured me, I don't want to see her in the afterlife.
No,
even if it's your mama.
Right.
Yeah.
nah.
And
Not
then
all
it's
you
not
put
like
in this life.
they both not in the afterlife. So that's different. Like,
Yeah.
if we see each other in the afterlife, sure. Don't harm me.
Yeah. I'm in this plane of existence, and you in that plane of existence, and you coming over here messing with me. I ain't called you or nothing.
No.
You
You trying to do me worse in death than you did me in life?
You still trying to get
Not only that,
no,
but you
man.
trying to make me take your place in death.
Yeah, that's it.
We don't need to see
You
each
trying
other.
to make me do the shit that you were doing.
That's all.
Exactly what you was doing. No, thank you. No,
Yeah.
thank you.
Okay. Now, sounds like we rolling right on into what didn't we like about the movie. Obviously, y'all don't want to be tried in life or the afterlife.
It was. I'm gonna take my turn. I'm gonna let you go, B.
I think it is your turn to Rose.
Yeah, Rose, it's on your mind. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
So this movie was. It was a lot of things that was confusing to me. I didn't like that. Well, I guess I can't say I didn't like it. Just that it was confusing to me that she ain't see him walk in there with that big ass green box. The uncle that came to visit. Like she ain't see him walk in with that big ass green box. And I'm like, what? He just did. Is he a magician? Did he just pull that out of nowhere? Like, how you ain't noticed that green box until he set it on the table? Like stuff like that. It was just too much. And then it was one more thing. When she did get around to finally burying her, because apparently that's all she wanted. Why was it? Why was that? Why she couldn't been did that? Like, why she? Like, if all you gotta do is give this woman a proper send off, and avoid all this nonsense, all this haunting me in the afterlife, I would have been dead as soon as he set that big ass green box on the table. I'd have been like, all right, thank you for
He didn't
bringing
know
me.
that.
I'm gonna go see. You want to stay?
Yeah.
You want to go help? Oh, okay. Well, then you have a good one. I'm going to go ahead and do this real fast. I don't know. It just stuff like that didn't make sense.
I think that number one, she was really surprised to see her uncle. She hadn't seen her uncle since since her daughter was born. She hadn't. So just what do you hear? And now my mama's dead too, so I'm in shock. So I don't know how the box got in the house. But at the same time, her being traumatized is the reason she didn't want to have nothing to do with that. She didn't want to bury her mama. She didn't want to do nothing for her mother. She hadn't had any connection with her mom in almost 20 years at least. So she didn't feel like it was her responsibility. She didn't have no type of responsibility to her. So she fought against needing to bury her. I wouldn't want it. If I was in her place, I wouldn't want to do it either.
Yeah, I agree. I think with their tradition, we've watched a couple of Asian culture movies, or at least one other Asian culture movie, where their culture is a little bit different than how other people are raised. So the uncle, I understand he expected her to do a certain thing, but that was not on her mind. And if I had been in the same predicament as her, I wouldn't expect her to, just jump up and be like, okay, well, let me make the shrine and do all the stuff I'm supposed to do. Because our mama didn't honor or respect her while she was alive. Basically, she treated her like crap.
Right.
Yeah.
That's an interesting perspective. So we got mama daughter beef.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if I know I got all these issues, especially with electricity and all of this stuff, and I'm being haunted, that'd be the first thing I'd do. I'm sorry. Like if I wasn't being haunted, okay. I see what y'all saying. Like, forget that. Put this box in the basement or whatever and in the darkest corner and forget about it.
She
But she being all
did.
the
She
way
tried to do that. She
being
tried
all
to
the way
forget about it.
haunted
She put it
because
away.
she
She put it up in
couldn't
the attic or in the basement or
Mm-hmm.
elsewhere. She tried not to worry about that. But trauma is the thing. Trauma, when you trying to get away from trauma, trauma's gonna find you.
which is why
But
you
see
got to
that
face
haunting.
it head on. That's just what I think that's just what the whole message was, is you just got to face it head on. And she would
Absolutely.
have saved herself a lot of trouble if she just faced it head on.
Yeah.
Since he brought that green box and set that big old shit on that table.
I just think that's easier said than done.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
like it takes some time for us to process regular day-to-day shit. Now you
Yeah.
gotta process haunting. Wait, no. Your mama gone. No, your uncle showed up. Your mama
Mhm.
gone. And now the bitch,
Mhm.
now she haunting you. And
Yeah.
your daughter
And-
losing
and-
her mind. She wanna both.
She want to go away.
Your mama done with you most of your life. Don't forget that part.
Yes,
That's
and you already
Your
traumatized
life.
by her. Yeah, we can't just. I feel like I can't just say she should have known because she couldn't have. Like she couldn't have just fixed it that fast.
I ain't saying she should have known. I'm saying if I'm being haunted, I would have buried that shit. Lickety splickety. That's
She still came back out the ground. She did bury her.
Cause she gave her that piss poor ass ceremony. She knew better than that. She knew she had to be traditional and give her a proper sending, and she want to throw her all raggedy and disrespectful like in the ground. She knew better than that shit. She know she knew better than that.
What I didn't like was they didn't really explain how electricity was supposed to do something to her. They didn't expound, and I didn't understand how the electricity. Now I feel like they explained a little bit, like her mom was doing something to her with the electricity, but they
Yeah,
didn't really delve into it to really give me a good understanding.
No, they did not. The little bit that they said, her holding a broken cord, that's not telling me enough. Like she would.
But it was plugged in, y'all. She was getting shocked.
Yes, and her hand was getting burned and all of that stuff. So I would understand how it makes her afraid of electricity, but
Right.
I don't know how it makes her sick in regards to electricity.
Oh, I don't think she gets sick for real. I think that's just what she was telling the daughter.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Which is what the daughter was saying. You're not sick, you just crazy. You know?
But it's not crazy.
For me, it was the level. Like they showed us a little bit about how she got, she got in her hand a little bit, but I didn't see what it was. It took her to the level to where she cannot live in electricity ever. Period. Her daughter don't know nothing about electricity in the house. There is no electricity in the home. What was it that happened to push her to that level of saying, "Oh, I'm allergic to electricity. It does something." Like I needed them to expound on that a little bit. Give me a better understanding.
That's it. I need a reaction to be had if you gonna claim all the way allergic or can't be around electricity. Something should happen to you. You should have some kind of reaction of some sort if such is true.
But see, okay, so my thought is she's not telling anybody this but her daughter and that one friend that comes out there. So it doesn't have to make a lot of sense because the daughter, she raised her. You know what I mean? So the daughter ain't really had contact with nobody but him and her. So it didn't have to make sense to anybody on the outside world because she wasn't dealing with anybody on the outside world. You know what I mean?
That's true.
And the man knew she was crazy. Well, not crazy, but the man knew she wasn't allergic to electricity. The man knew something was off with her. But she was a good lady, whatever. The shit was just for her daughter.
Can't just be throwing that crazy word around like that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
And I'm cool with
you right.
that.
You're right.
I'm cool with her telling nobody else. What I needed them to do was tell me as the viewer. Tell me. Let me in on the secret. Let me know what happened. I want to know what this part of the story that's missing. Tell me about it. Tell me about it.
Because she was still to the very end adamant that she gets sick in regards to electricity. Like she was still singing that song. Even when the daughter was confronting her about it. So I was just like, and she sounds like she for real means it too. Like she like believes it with her whole heart and her whole soul. So I don't know. Maybe like the father, not the father, the friend dude said it's real to her.
Right.
So you know,
That's what I think. I don't know. I didn't need any more. It was just like she had been traumatized. This happened to her, so any being around electricity made her physically sick. Even though it was something that her brain was making happen, it wasn't like from an illness. She was still maybe vomit or get a rash or whatever like that
yeah,
because it was possibly psychosomatic.
yeah.
That sound like what y'all ain't watch better. Y'all watch Better Call Saul. That's what Saul brother had.
Oh, I never
Where
seen
he had
that.
where he
I
had
heard
the
good
like
things.
always had. Yeah, it's a great show. The series finale just was like Monday. It's over, so you can watch it. But
Oh,
he had that whole electrical, all the lights in the house, foil everywhere. Like, and I never really knew. I mean, what's wrong? He had some type of condition, but then they was really on the fence of like, man, is something wrong with you, or is it in your head? Like,
hmm
you know what I'm saying? So that was one of them things. So, well, besides that, is there anything y'all would change about the movie?
Let me see. It was a couple things that the green box situation. Like I needed to see him carry that Vaseline. Like it looked like he just walked in there regular. And I don't recall him bringing anything that big, you know. So that was just weird to me. Um, oh, in the beginning, in the various beginning, when she first went down there in that little cellar, all of them chords, like her chord control was just ridiculous. And for you to be so afraid of electricity and so sickly when it comes to electricity, you should have better chord management than that. Like it was chords everywhere, electrical cords all over the place, just cords that didn't even go to nothing. Like, why, if you so afraid of the electricity, you still harboring all them
All this
chords, and ain't
electricity.
none of them got no managingness to them at all. Like ain't none of them
But
managed. They all just wild and crazy.
She was scared to touch
because
it.
That
she's afraid of them, because she's
Yeah,
afraid of them. She don't want to manage them. She don't want to
she's
touch
not
them.
gonna touch him.
They are an
Not gonna
object
touch
of
him.
fear.
Right.
And if it's something I'm scared of, I know fire burn. I'm not finna touch it. Even if fire is everywhere, I'm not touching
Right. And that's how she feel
Mm.
about that electricity. She definitely
it.
wasn't gonna touch no cord. Got the
No,
scar
the
on her
cord
hand
that
to
are
prove
burning
that
her.
shit.
them bitches ain't
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
plugged in. Like they not even
She don't
plugged in.
care.
They just random ass
Remember, electricity make her
boxed up
sick. She don't
cords.
care.
Mm.
Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. Uma sounds like she has a lot to unpack, man. And hope
She got to do
Them
it.
damn cords. Shit.
hope it all works out, man. What are we giving this movie? How do we really feel?
Give it 3.5 blunts
Mm.
because I enjoyed the fact that they, I have a daughter, so I like the mother-daughter dynamic. I know how crazy it can be because I'm a daughter myself, and I got my mom living with me and my daughter living with me. It's crazy. So I appreciate that aspect, and I love Christina O. And for those reasons, I
Sandra.
think a three.
I was
I'm
just
sorry,
saying she
That lady's
y'all,
name is
y'all,
Sandra.
Christina.
y'all done gave
Oh yeah,
her
You
three
keep
Sandra.
telling her
A
that.
whole
names.
different name.
We
Yep,
know
I
her
sure
last
did.
name
Did
is
nobody even
O.
correct me the first time?
We
No,
know
I
it's
was like,
O.
she
Sandra.
gonna fix it.
Oh,
If she say it again, I gotta say something.
thank you, thank you, Sandra. Oh, I love her, even though I didn't know what her name was. Yeah. So it was a good movie. It was Good movie. 3.5 blunts.
Oh man. Oh,
I
wow.
also gave this movie 3.5 blunts.
Mhm.
I enjoyed it. I think I watched it for just because I saw it, and I really really enjoyed it. Um, I like that in the end they did come to a conclusion. You know what I mean? They did fix it the best that they could. The daughter got to a good spot, so I would definitely suggest that you watch this movie. It was really, really interesting. Sam Raimi is the director.
Okay.
So he did like From Hell, I think, which is very kind of gory. I think that's why you would say it's horror, because there's some parts in there,
Yeah.
you know, that they're good. So watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3.5.
All right. So it took me 3 sittings to watch this movie in completion. I liked aspects about it, but not enough to make me give it that high of a score. So I gave it a 2.5 on account of there was really only one thing like you said, I take away from the mother-daughter relationship. That was cool. I actually liked the fact that they were reading together. That was cute to me. That was like the one thing that stuck out and touched my heart, that the mom and the daughter was reading a book together. But yeah, other than that, it was a 2.5 for me.
Okay, well, sounds like Uma and all her childhood and mother-daughter traumas slides up out of the smoke screen with a solid 3 blunts and all of her Asianness. Um, I see this movie had my boy Tom Yee in it, man. I mess with Tom. He be in a lot of stuff that I like, playing that villain type role.
Yeah,
So
that was
that works,
awesome.
man. Yeah. So if y'all into this, y'all go check out Uma, man. Y'all saw this at? Where they can watch this at?
Netflix.
Mhm.
On the good old flick of nets. And on,
That's exactly
and
what it
on
is.
that
Flick
note,
of
that's
net.
exactly what it is, the flick of net.
That's
And on
Yep.
it.
that note, we close out. Talk about Uma. It is another episode of the Smoke Screen, man, and y'all catch us again next Friday, and we will holler at y'all later.
Bye.